Welcome to Clash Corner, your daily dose of chaos.
I refused to attend my sister-in-law's baby shower after what she said to me. My sister-in-law told me I didn't deserve my baby when I got pregnant, and now she's upset I won't come to her baby shower. This started soon after my brother married his wife. At the time, everyone seemed to really like her, and my older sister and I were even part of her bridal party. Her wedding was around 5 years ago. Soon they were talking about trying for kids, and they were struggling with infertility issues. She was quite upset, but it got a lot worse when my older sister, who was 26 at the time, got pregnant. She was snappish and mean to my oldest sister, and people tried to be very mindful since she was struggling. When the baby was born, she didn't send anything. I got pregnant my senior year of college. It was an unplanned pregnancy, and I only told my mom because I was unsure what to do. I was a heavy drinker at family events, and when I wasn't drinking, my grandma joked I must be pregnant and my face gave it away. That's how it came out. I didn't plan to tell the family like that. My sister-in-law, in short, lost her temper at me. She yelled at me about how I don't deserve a kid and called me a lot of names. My mom tried to make her stop, but she yelled at her also, and told my mom she deserved the stillbirth she had. The whole thing was horrible. When I gave birth and I posted pictures online, she made a post saying some people don't deserve kids. She has not apologized. The issue is, she's pregnant now and she's having her baby shower. All the women in the family got an invite. I talked to my mom about it and decided not to go. My mom is also not going, and everyone seems to be following my lead on this. We all responded no, and my brother called me asking me to come. I told him no, and it started an argument. He says his wife has been crying about being hated by the family and wants everyone to make up. I told him that isn't my problem and this is her fault. He wants me to suck it up and come still, and has texted me multiple times about it. I know if I don't go, no one else will, especially since my mother dislikes her after that argument. Because people asked, no, we probably won't have a relationship with the baby if nothing changes. I already don't allow my kid near her. I have a strict rule that if you are rude to me, you don't have access to my kids. My sister has the same rule. Mom probably will not be a grandparent to the child either. She will not put up with someone she dislikes to have access to a kid. She is not that type of person. Would you go to the baby shower, or would you stand your ground?
Ready for more? Here comes Clash number 2.
My best friend has been sabotaging my life for years. I just found out my best friend, someone my mom considers like a daughter, has been viciously talking about me behind my back and sabotaging my relationships for years. I'm a 33-year-old guy dealing with a betrayal I never saw coming. I have a so-called best friend who's practically family. My mom even considers her like a daughter. Recently, through a trusted source, I discovered she's been viciously talking about me behind my back and undermining me for years. Right now, I'm in an incredibly successful season of my life. I've earned certifications in cloud computing and I'm being considered for a promotion at work. I'm saving everything for my wedding. My fiancée is moving here from a different country and I'm supporting her education. Instead of being happy for me, this friend is throwing fits because I said no to an expensive vacation. I've now found out she's been spreading rumors that I'm on the autism spectrum. For the record, I am not. She's just using it as an insult to ridicule my character and portray me as unstable to others. She's been making fun of my clinical depression as a joke. She called my fiancé's aunt to badmouth my relationship and my job. She's been calling my certifications a waste of money and saying I'm destroying my fiancé's life. The most hurtful revelation is that I learned she's ruined my past relationships as well. She badmouthed a girl I was interested in years ago to make sure nothing ever happened between us. Even worse, a mutual friend once handed her a phone number from his cousin to give to me. She never passed it along. I only discovered this when that friend asked why I'd never called. That girl is now marrying someone else. Behind my back, she says things like no girl will ever love me. Here's some work backstory. Her husband introduced me to my current job. I've been very public about it, thanking him in front of my whole department and letting people know I wouldn't be here without him. Yet she wields that referral like a leash to keep me in check. Now that I'm a top performer in the department and on track for a promotion, her jealousy is off the charts. The twist is that my fiancé is actually the cousin of the friend who fed me all this information. My fiancé's family knows exactly what this woman is doing, and luckily, they are fully on my side. My current situation is that she's been calling me to apologize or talk about something important. I refuse to pick up because I am not good at confrontation. I eventually messaged her that I need space and I'm skipping her husband's birthday party. I'm staying in what I call a study lockdown to protect my mental health. My dilemma is that I do not want to out the friend who gave me this information or get them in trouble. I just want to know how to navigate a slow fade and avoid her entirely when our families are so close and she lives nearby. I'm devastated that while I'm bettering my life, the person I thought was my sister has been actively trying to keep me alone and unsuccessful for years. How would you handle cutting off someone who's this close to your family?
The chaos doesn't stop. Clash number 3.
I hate my daughter's name and it's ruining my connection with her. My daughter is 3 years old now, and she is the most incredible little person. But every single time I have to call her by her name, it feels like a punch in the gut. My daughter is 3 years old now, and she is the most incredible little person. But every single time I have to call her by her name, it feels like a punch in the gut. When my wife was pregnant, her family went into absolute overdrive about naming the baby after her grandmother who had passed away a year before. They kept talking about how much it would mean to them and how it was the only way to honor her memory. I was just trying to be a supportive husband because my wife was so emotional and exhausted. I agreed to it, even though I always thought the name was incredibly old-fashioned and just plain ugly. Now here we are, 3 years later, and the resentment is just eating me alive from the inside out. I find myself giving her a million different nicknames like Bean or Bug, or literally anything else, just so I don't have to use her actual legal name. When we're at the park and I have to call her over, I feel this wave of physical nausea and embarrassment because it sounds so out of place on a toddler. My wife thinks I'm just being dramatic, but she doesn't get that I feel like I lost a part of my connection to my kid before she was even born, because we didn't even get to choose who she was going to be. Her family constantly talks about how she looks just like the grandmother, and it makes me want to scream because she isn't a ghost or a replacement. She is her own person. I lay awake at night wondering if I should just push for a legal name change and deal with the fallout, but the thought of the family drama makes me want to disappear. I love my kid more than anything, but I absolutely despise the word that defines her to the rest of the world. And I feel like a monster for even thinking this. Would you push for the name change, or would you just live with it?
Another clash is on the way. Here's number 4.
My boyfriend suddenly forgot how to do basic chores. My boyfriend and I have been living together for about a year now, and lately he's been acting like he doesn't know where anything is or how to do the simplest tasks. My boyfriend and I have been living together for about a year now. He moved into my apartment for reference. It's been amazing, but recently I have begun to notice more and more instances of just flat-out incompetence from him that are either new or no longer explainable by him being new in my apartment, which him and I both consider ours now. Some examples being me asking him to put away our mop, and him saying he doesn't know where it goes, even though it's never not been in the pantry. Me cleaning and asking him if he could just finish by mopping the floors, and after I asked him later that day if he did, he said he looked everywhere and couldn't find the mop. This was shortly after the last incident, where he ended up putting the mop away himself. More examples are me asking if he could vacuum our bedroom. I have bad allergies and vacuum often, and him playfully saying he doesn't know how, yet still not doing it. He does the playfully saying he doesn't know how, where, or what thing, and then proceeding not to do it, more and more often. I'm just looking for a way to confront this behavior as soon as possible because it feels like when I get frustrated with him when he does this stuff, he acts the part harder and doubles down that he genuinely doesn't know how, what, or where. When I refuse to help him, he simply does it wrong or just doesn't do anything at all. I can't keep walking him through basic tasks, having to keep tabs on everything in the apartment that needs to be done myself, and keep doing everything for two by myself. How would you handle this?
Chaos overload. Let's wrap up this final clash.
I accidentally became the holiday jalapeno guy. A couple of years ago, I Googled one easy recipe for Thanksgiving, and now I'm trapped making the same dish for the rest of my life. A couple of years ago, I needed to bring something to Thanksgiving at my aunt's house. I simply Googled easy impressive dish and made this bacon-wrapped jalapeno thing. Took me about 20 minutes. Everyone lost their minds. My uncle said it was the best thing he had ever eaten. People asked for the recipe. I felt like a master chef. Now I have to make them at every gathering. I don't really even like them anymore. I've made hundreds of those things. But I can't stop now. Last year I said I might bring something different and my aunt said no, everyone looks forward to your jalapenos. My uncle looked at me like I had threatened to cancel the holiday. I'm about to make like 40 of them for Christmas. I just realized what I have gotten myself into. I will forever be the holiday gathering jalapeno guy. This is who I am now. Have you ever been trapped by your own success?
That was today's chaos. See you at the next clash. Don't just watch the clash, join the corner. Subscribe now.